Or Gabriel.
Yeah.
Gabriel, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in South San Gabriel.
You're Gabriel from San Gabriel.
Yeah.
Tell me about your family.
Family, dad, biological dad, pretty much alcoholic, wife beater, child beater, you know. He beat us, you know, and my mom until she couldn't take it anymore, and then she finally left, you know, and met someone else, met a better dude who raised us, took us in, you know, and raised us as his own, you know. But he was a gang member, my stepdad. But as soon as we came into the picture, like, he tried to leave all that shit alone, you know, and he never wanted us to see that part of him. But me, I was just infatuated with that part, you know.
What is it about that lifestyle that?
I don't know. It was just the respect that everybody gave him on the block. Everybody respected this man. This man is 5'6", like 140 pounds, and everybody respected this man. And I don't know. I seen that. I seen the amount of respect that he had, and I gravitated towards it. And I dug up his past that he didn't want us to know about. So that caused a rift between us, you know. I mean, unfortunately, I haven't talked to him in probably about 30 years because of it. You know, like, I've kind of been away from him. Me and my mom, we're still close. We still talk, you know.
But the gang life was something you.
Yeah, the gang life accepted me. I was running the streets. I've been running the streets since I was 14, you know, and that's pretty much all I knew, you know. And unfortunately, I had a kid real young. I got into drugs real young. I mean, like I said, alcohol is rampant in my family. My grandpa, my great grandpa, my dad, you know. So it's, you know, it's all that, you know. And like I said, the street life, it took me in, and I gravitated towards it, and I was good at it.
Did you finish school?
In prison.
In prison?
Yeah.
You were already in prison early?
Yeah, I was in prison by 18. By the time I was 18, I was already in prison, yeah.
What was that for?
That was for, well, actually, I turned 18 in juvenile hall. So I was doing a juvenile term, but I kept, like, my gang life, like, I kept fighting with the rivals. And they're like, look, man, you're 18 already. You got to stop this shit, because if not, we're going to send you to the county. And I got in a fight with this guy, one of my enemies, and he hit his head, and they sent me to the county. So I got an assault charge on top of my juvenile. It was for a GTA. And they sent me to county jail and gave me 16 months in prison, which was way better because I got all the credit for the juvenile time. So I ended up getting out like in 4 months after that, you know, because I went from juvenile hall with a bunch of credit to prison, and then ended up getting released because of all the credit that they gave me for my juvenile time.
But the gang life doesn't lead anywhere, and it doesn't lead anywhere good.
It doesn't. I mean, I just got out again. This is my fifth prison term that I just got out from last month. I did 14 years straight.
You just got out of a 14-year stint?
Yeah.
And what was that for?
That was for the bank robberies.
How many banks did you rob?
I robbed 12 banks in 6 years. And I pleaded to him, and I took a deal for 13 years. But along the way, I picked up more time in prison, you know, so.
Tell me about robbing banks.
Robbing banks. Oh man, it was such a rush. I mean, on top of like getting the money, it was cool, but there's nothing like that rush that you get from robbing a bank. It's more addicting than drugs. You know, like the adrenaline, like your hearing just gets super intensified. The adrenaline starts going in your body like all crazy. It's a rush, man. You know, and then when things don't go your way and you have armed guards shooting at you, it's pretty crazy.
You've gotten into situations like that?
Actually, only one out of all the banks. There was only one situation, and that was pretty hairy, you know. And it was I didn't know there was a armed guard at this bank, and you know, apparently he was in the back somewhere, you know. And when I went to the tellers, like I didn't even have a gun out or nothing. And when I went to the tellers, he I don't know how he seen me. I don't know what he seen or what he heard, but he just started yelling, "Get down, get down!" And then I looked and I seen him, and when I pulled from mine, that's when, you know, he let off 2 rounds, and I just ran. I just took off. I didn't even get no money that time. And
But you don't get money with a bank robbery like people think.
No.
What kind of money are you getting?
Nah, people think you get all these millions of dollars and all. No, that's crazy. You'll get anything from maybe a couple thousand to, I mean, one time I hit a nice lick for like 44,000, but that's the most I've ever gotten. The most I've ever gotten was $44,000. You know, and it's like, man, it's not worth 14 years of your life. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Even if you do get the money and you don't get the prison time, having that kind of money from a fast lick or whatever you call it,
mm-hmm.
is it really money that you feel like you earned, or
nah,
you end up burning it faster?
It's
right?
garbage. It's trash money. You know, it's like
you end up burning it because you feel like you didn't earn it.
Yeah, you know, and coming for like, I'm used to. I'm used to working. Even back then, I was married. You know, I was married. My kid. I have kids, and I'm used to working. And I just don't use my working money for my drug habit. You know what I mean? My working money goes to my family, to my kids, to my bills. And if I don't have enough to get high, then I have to find some way to, you know, because I've been a drug addict since I was like 13 years old.
So drugs were the motivator for robbing banks?
Yes.
It wasn't just the money.
Yeah, no. You know, because like I said, I have bills, I have kids. I can't let them be on the streets. You know. And yeah, I mean, we're divorced now, so you know what I mean. But my kids are trying to work their way back into my life. You know, after this long stint that I just did.
How long do you get out? How long ago?
A month ago. Well, I got out over a month ago, April 5th, I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
April 5th.
And do you feel like now you have this new start, you're gonna do the right thing?
Yeah, I am, but it's hard just coming home to, you know, like absolutely nothing, you know, starting over, and family's gone, wife's gone, kids are gone, you know, it's just.
Have you used since you've been out?
Yeah, I was just in a treatment program in Pasadena, and I ended up getting in a fight with some guy. Like, prison does a lot to you. You know what I mean? Prison does a lot to you, and
14 years is a long time.
Yeah, you know, and you get stuck in in a certain way, and like a lot of shit that you're not supposed to be doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have socked this guy. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have hit him. I should have put my hands on him, but you know, I did, because that's what you do in prison.
Do you think you become institutionalized?
Oh, bro, yeah, for sure.
And do you think that the prison system actually helps people recover or
not a chance,
get better?
Nope. They just added that R, because it always used to be CDC for years in your California Department of Corrections, and they added that R on it for California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, but all they did was add vocational things and stupid classes that you take in your cell. They just give you pamphlets. You know, they just did it for the money, to get the money to fund the state, and they pass out pamphlets and say, okay, he went to school today. It's bullshit. There's no rehabilitation in prison. None. Zero. What
do you see for your future now? You're how old?
I'm 49 now.
49. What are you gonna do now?
Well, now I'm like I said, right now I'm not in the best of situations. I'm trying to find I'm looking into a program out here in Echo Park. I have to get a TB test on Tuesday, and hopefully hopefully they'll take me in. You know.
This is a drug program?
Yes, and it's a year. It's not a no little. It's a year-long program.
That might help.
You know. So yeah.
At least you're trying to make the right moves.
Yeah, I'm trying. You know.
Yeah, because without getting clean from the drugs, you're not going to get clean from anything.
Right.
You're not gonna do anything right.
Yes, you know. So that's that's on the table for because Monday's a holiday. You know.
What regrets do you have? What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret is leaving my kids. My kids were my. I have 6 kids, but I have 4 with my wife, and the 2 babies were 1 and 3 when I left, and when I got out, they were 15 and 17, and yeah, leaving them so young and so innocent, you know.
Do you feel like you're walking in your dad's or stepdad's footsteps?
No, if I was walking in my stepdad's footsteps, I would have been a better man. My dad, I never beat my kids. I never even hit my kids or my wife. But
you didn't get a chance.
Huh?
You didn't get a chance.
Oh no, I was with my wife for a long time.
But the kids were.
No, but those were just the babies. I have other kids.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I have 6 of them.
That's good that you're not a.
Yeah, no, I've never
abusive dude.
No, never. I wanted to be everything my real dad wasn't. You know what I mean? So he liked beer. I didn't drink beer. You know what I mean? I mean heroin's not any better, but you know, he beat women.
Well, the heroin that's on the street now is very, very different than what you had when you left.
Yeah, you know.
This shit gets you hooked forever.
Yeah. So you know, there's that, and yeah, I mean, that's
What's your biggest fear now?
my biggest fear is well right now my mom's sick, you know, it not getting right before she passes.
Yeah, that would be a shame if
Yeah.
she never saw you get better.
Yeah. Because I mean, everybody dies. You know, that's inevitable. You know, but I just want her to see a better version of me before she does.
Do you think you're self-destructive?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah. How much did your dad's behavior play a part in that?
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot. I mean, like, you know, he's a piece of shit. You know, I mean, there's no 2 ways about it.
So when your biological dad treats you like that,
Yeah.
it's pretty hard to just say, I'm going to go love myself and
I mean,
look for better things in my life.
Yeah, he used to beat my mom some fierce when, and she left. When she left him, I was only not even 4 yet, you know. So I mean, me remembering that stuff is pretty crazy. Cause I used to get him too, and my older brother, you know. So
If you could live your life all over again, what would you have done differently?
knowing what I know now, I would have never started using drugs ever, and that was you know, my demise, right? You know, the gangbanging and stuff, okay, yeah, but the drugs is the worst. It makes you do things that you would never normally do, you know?
It'll follow you. It'll be on your back the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Unless you win that huge fight.
Right. And it's a struggle.
Yeah. Gabriel, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
The most important lesson is well, like if you really want something, like you need to earn it. The easy way is not always the right way. You know, it's never the right way.
It's never the right way.
You know, yeah. And if I could go back and do things differently, like I would. There's so much I would change about me. You know?
You still got time.
Yeah, I hope so.
You wasted a few years, but you still got some time.
Yeah.
All right, Gabriel. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
I wish you all the luck in the world now.
Hey, thanks a lot.
You're going to need it. Thank you.